Previously on Garage X.
Let's see here. Oh! Ho!
Oh, gee. Oh, no, get up, company!
So here's the issue. When we check the front end on these trucks, you shouldn't have any play this way, which is bad. In this case, we're pretty tight, so that's okay. But you also shouldn't have any play this way. And I got a lot of play that way. The DJM Suspension kit actually replaces those parts anyways, so we're gonna lower the truck and fix a problem all in one fell swoop. One of the things that I really like about this kit is that it uses all Moog suspension components and they're serviceable. Let's get the lower control arms out. Let's go, tear down the front suspension.
So you quite the job.
And get this stuff put in. Oh, lovely assistant. Not supposed to come apart that way. So if there's any credibility to Steve's theory, then this side will be the one that's hard to get apart, harder to get apart. Now all we're gonna do is take all of these lovely parts and put them in the truck. Beep, boop, beep. I'm Matt.
And I'm Steve.
We're car guys all the way. We like V8s, Turbo 4s.
Imports, domestics,
All makes, all models. If it's got a motor, we're in.
and we're going to try and make it go faster.
We've been at this a long time, but we're still finding stuff that we just don't know.
So come with us as we build some cars.
We're gonna go talk to the pros,
And we're going to talk to enthusiasts like you.
and together we'll tackle all sorts of projects throughout New England.
We'll show you how they do it,
How we do it,
and how you can do it in your own garage.
on a budget that hopefully we can all afford. This is Garage X. Real cars,
Real people.
real budgets. Well, welcome back. We're going to be putting the rear suspension in the truck today. I was just working on the bench, sorting out the kit, making sure I had all the nuts and bolts and I knew where all the pieces went. Looks pretty good. The next step is we're going to go out to the truck, we're going to pick up the frame, we're going to support the frame so we can drop the axle down and then figure out how we're getting it flipped on top of the rear leaf springs. I think we're going to have to take the rear springs out in order to do this cleanly, but shouldn't be too bad. Things are pretty rusty, but I bet it'll come apart. We'll see. Steve's on his way. He should be here soon, but I'm going to get started right now and see how far we can get. I'd really like to wrap this project up so I can show you how cool this truck's going to be. Okay, so we're going to take the lower shock bolt out now. We already cut the uppers off, so that should get the old shocks out of the way. When you do drop the axle, you want to be careful of your brake hoses, any wires that are hanging down. You don't want the axle hanging on those because obviously it's going to put a strain on them that it's not intended to hold. But hopefully we'll be able to take the shocks out and then move the axle enough to get it above the springs. I'm a little cloudy on this point, but we'll figure it out together. That's easy. Nice. One down. Let's go get the other side. Two. We also can take off the bump stops for the axle since we'll be replacing them with the kit. Whoa. So nice. I have to find some way to bring this axle above the leaf spring. Now, I know on some of these kits you're supposed to be able to do it without having to take the leaf springs out, but I don't think I've got the room. I got about 11 inches from the bottom of the top of the spring to the bottom of the frame. And this drum's like 13 inches, so it's not like it's going to fit through that way. So I think what I'm going to do is take the spring off and then just scoop it under the axle and put it back together again with the right brackets in place. That's the sound of nothing doing. I have an idea though. I can get through there now. All right, so I've got the axle above the springs. I took the bolts out of the back of both these springs and I scooted the axle over and just scooped the spring around it to get underneath without having to take the fronts off. I did have to disconnect the brake lines and the electrical connectors and stuff in order to get enough movement, but that's not so bad. Now all we got to do is lift it back up in place, the axle, bolt the springs in, and put all the bracketry around it that comes with the kit. All right, Steve. So far, not so bad. The exciting part is going to be after the axle's actually located where we need it to be, then we get to break out the Sawzall. And we're gonna cut
which is my favorite thing to use on a vehicle.
Yeah, great. And cut a big chunk out of the frame. Ooh, it's heavy. That is heavy. That axle's heavy, by the way.
Doesn't look heavy.
Yeah.
I bet you I could bench press that axle.
Okay, just got to just tighten up the spring.
Okay, we'll get to it. My favorite part of the show
gonna
is
be
like, really like it just looks like I show up every day and stand here.
Well, you kind of do.
Yeah. No, I like
I'll
it.
let you do the other side. How about that?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know, it's exciting. Now, theoretically, these shackles shouldn't be lying down like that once we're ready, but they are right now.
Coming in. How tight you want these?
Safety tight.
Safety. Like your safety or my safety?
Let's do my safety.
Oh, in that case, I'll do them a little bit looser. I just keep going until it stops, right?
Snap.
One time, Matt and I were doing an engine swap on a Ford Focus single cam, which was actually more expensive than a Ford Focus twin cam for whatever reason at the junkyard. And
I love the junkyard.
it was one of those days I was really tired and we just had a long week. And I was like putting the harmonic balancer and we were getting ready to like finish up the engine. And I was like, yeah, hey Matt, do I just keep, like I had the air gun. I was like, do I just keep tightening this balancer on the front of the crank until it stops? He's like, yeah. Because I don't think he really heard what I said. And then I did it and it was like, vroom! And I snapped the bolt off in the crank.
Would you go grab the rest of the pieces
Yeah, sure.
for that side
Yeah.
and start pre-assembling?
You got
Just
it.
hand assemble everything?
You want a cup of coffee while I'm in there?
Yeah, sure. No, I got one out
How
here.
do you want your coffee? Do you want it like...
Just get the parts.
All right.
The parts. So this kit, when you drop the axle, when you flip it, right, it actually moves the center line of the axle back. So this whole kit relocates it because this is where the center bolt for the spring pack goes.
Yeah.
So it accounts for that. It moves the axle back a little bit. All right, well, I laid these shackles down when I was trying to get the springs in. I was kind of expecting them to come back up, so maybe we need to help them along. I am perplexed.
Well,
Should
what are
I
you
be
trying to do?
perplexed? Well, this shackle's supposed to be standing straight up and down.
Should we flip it over?
No? It should just go back to standing straight up and down. I'm not sure why it's not. But. All right, well, I'm going to tighten this stuff up.
Okay.
I'm not going to go crazy on it either, because this is where you get your pinion angle from.
Yeah.
I might have to relocate these e-brake lines too. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna need to dial in some angle on this differential, because when that comes back up, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna lift the back.
Yeah.
That's going to drop the nose a lot. Does that help me in my quest?
You dial in like 360 degrees of angle.
I like that better, because I suspect we're going to get a lot of angle out of it when it does go. And I'll have you just go tighten up the other side.
Okay. That's within my skill set.
It doesn't have to be crazy tight yet either. I'm also going to get the plate centered up underneath, and those U-bolts have to be straight up and down in whatever the final orientation is that this thing decides to take. So we'll get close and then we'll...
All right, that's not too bad. Good. Basically, I'm touching down on them.
Yeah.
But you still have
Yeah,
so like to where there's no slack in them, but you still have plenty of.
Yeah, I mean these brackets, their geometry is pretty set.
Yeah.
I think because I guess it has to be set,
Yeah.
right? Because you got the spring on the bottom,
Yeah.
and you got this plate on the top that's resting
Yeah.
on the axle bracket.
Yeah.
So that's not going to change.
Yeah, I totally understand some of the words you just said. I know some of those
Axle
words.
bracket.
Yeah.
And then we just got to get these.
Yeah.
Make sure those U-bolts are straight up and down. We're
Yeah.
going to have to adjust them once this actually sets down on the ground and the suspension
right.
settles. Ideally, we would want to do this whole thing like on an alignment rack. But
Well, I want to do like a Simonized laser alignment. That's a thing, right?
absolutely.
Because they do the car wash. I think they also laser align your car with lasers. Like they go pew 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 pew, like missile command on your tires.
Let me know when you're done.
All right. Well, if you weren't over here telling me what to do, maybe I'd be done sooner. It's like challenge mode car repair. One of those is gonna totally hit me in the face. I know it. Ah, that was close.
I'm just going through the process of making the template I need so I can cut the frame for these C-notch kits. You're taking a big chunk out of the frame. This is the shape I need. It needs to be able to slide up against there. So piece of cardboard and a marker, cut it out, and we'll be all set. That's my template. Oh, got a little schmutz on you.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's,
I don't want to play anymore, Matt. I'm telling Mom.
What? I didn't do it.
I don't want to. Mom, I don't want to play trucks anymore.
All right. Well, you want to see if these shackles actually come out of their funk here?
I couldn't care less. I mean, I'm
cool.
just disinterested.
I
We'll
did.
see.
Coming down.
Up, out of the way.
Watch yourselves.
Check yourself.
I'm doing it slow to build up the suspense for our viewers.
The suspension.
So, no.
Not very good. You've had better.
You've done worse.
So now these should go up.
Go up.
Oh,
Hey, it almost went up. Hey, let's do that again.
keep an eye on that one. It might break because it's rotted.
There we go. And that was the force that I couldn't get.
Can I do that?
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna die.
We can do it together.
Oh no, this isn't good.
Hey, I just met you. This is crazy.
It's like a double jump on the trampoline.
All right. It's back where it needs to be. Perfect, and nothing broke.
Oh, looks. She's a beaut, Matt.
Check this out. Pinion angle.
Yo, get a close up of a pumpkin angle. Take a look at that. I don't know what he's
So
saying.
it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I guess in some of the kits, they actually build in the pinion angle already. It's already preset into the brackets. And that may be the case here, looking at the way this all bolts together now, that it's together and on the ground. I guess it kind of makes sense. But the nose still looks a little high to me, so we'll have to check it. But we'll check it in the garage on the flat floor.
Oh, so we're going inside now.
No. We have so much work to do. Do you see my brake lines? No, you don't, because I cut them out.
Can you give me a chance to answer?
No, this is my show.
You could take a page from the Riddler. He never just was like, "Hey, Batman, what's blue and black and blah 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 all over?"
Batman's
It's a
like,
penguin. He didn't just like shoot the answer out like quick draw McGraw, you know?
Why don't we pick it back up, support it by the axles this time, and we'll take the wheels back off, and then we get to cut my frame and retighten things in there.
Hot diggity.
All right. You get jack stands. I'll do lifting things. Wow, look how low this thing is, though. All right, we've made up this cardboard template that we can mark the frame with so we know where we're cutting. I was just going to do a quick measurement, make sure that the axle's where I want it to be before we cut. It's really important that you flip the axle first before you cut the frame, because the process of putting this axle from, bringing it from underneath the spring to on top of the spring actually moves the whole axle back on the frame. So don't cut anything until you got your axle situated. We'll just take a quick measurement. Make sure everything looks good.
That's a mighty chunk to be taken out of that frame.
I know.
I'd say we give up right here and just
Go have a coffee break.
yeah. We'll go have a fancy coffee break.
Well, of course. Is there any other kind?
How'd that scribe? Look good?
Yeah. Marked up nice in the dirt.
Nice. I don't like that at all, man. I just think that's too much of the frame to be cutting out.
I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it. I need a window that big. And that'll let the but I mean the bracket's like half-inch thick steel, so
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere.
I at least have never built a lot of custom cars, and I tend to, my modifications or repairs, if any, tend to gravitate pretty close to factory settings.
Well, this is a
So this type of stuff does definitely make me uncomfortable.
This
I
is
mean,
a
I'm
new
moving
one for
outside my
me.
comfort zone here.
yeah, me too.
You know, I'm just doing a lot of deep breathing, trying to keep it cool.
If you're feeling brave, you can take the Sawzall and get to it.
Well, I'm not feeling brave, but you know, I gotta earn my pay for today. So,
Yeah.
What's a couple missing fingers, anyways? Builds character.
All right, we've marked it out. We're ready to cut. Here goes nothing. Safety glasses are a good idea for this. That metal's hot. All right, I just gotta get around the corner.
Yeah, how are you gonna do that?
Magic.
Oh, all right. Well, why don't you just magically have that piece of the frame disappear?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know we had magic.
Yeah. Yeah, magic. Or pie cuts. I got my little grinder, so we can go back in and clean it up.
Nice. And they wonder why people in this profession have tinnitus.
Halitosis. All right, we've got the notch cut out of the frame. I'm just gonna hold this up where it's gonna be, this bracket, and so you're gonna clamp it in place for me, and then we'll mark the holes, the 8 holes that we need in the frame so we can bolt this in place. I am good.
May I make a recommendation?
Yes?
I would use some cutting lubricant.
Yeah, I would too. Some PV Blaster, of course.
You slapped that one. Call that drill bit done. Yep.
Yeah, I hit the holes, so that's good. Got another 4 on this side and 8 on your side, so I don't know if that drill bit's gonna last.
No, I'd say we're up at the end of that one. It was rubbing pretty hard.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll clean up the holes with a hand file before we put bolts through.
What do you mean? We don't have a countersink or a whirly gig?
Yeah, you and your fancy machinist.
What kind of machine shop is this? Oh wait, it's not a machine shop. We're out in your mom's driveway.
Get that bump stop in.
As any Honda performance car enthusiast will tell you, the bump stop is an integral part of the suspension. Cool. So I'll watch you do the other side.
We cut a big hole in the frame. You saw how it was done, right?
I saw a part of how it was done.
All right, we'll get to it.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
What's the worst that could happen?
Cut my arm off. have the grinding wheel explode in my face like a fragmentation grenade.
Well, it looks like we're running out of daylight once again here in wonderful, wintry New England.
Yeah, if I'd wanted this, I would have joined the army, huh?
Do my eyes deceive me, or does that look low?
That looks like it slammed.
Let's get the bed on it.
It's nice to see, a decent, hours and hours and hours and hours worth of work come together.
What are you talking about, Steve? We did this in 5 minutes.
We did this in 2 minutes through the magic of television.
All right, you ready?
I think, you know what we should do? We should wait until the next day we do filming with like 3 other people.
Nope. We should probably hire a stander by like that guy over there.
Yeah.
One with the camera.
Hey, you,
Yeah.
come over here. Help us with this.
Well, that's it. It's on.
Ugh, that was a long day of work. I'm not going to lie about
That's
it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That was not by any means the worst that we've ever had to face.
No, it isn't, but it doesn't mean it was any better. It was a little rough, but that's wrenching outside,
Only at points.
Yeah. You can't deny the results.
Yeah, I mean, check this out. We went from, I think I had something north of 6 inches clearance. I think it was more like 9 inches clearance in the back. And I got like 3.5 now.
Yeah. Let's go eat 13 tacos dinner.
I want beer.
We can do that too.
All right.
Action shot.
Please swipe your card as shown on the diagram on the card reader label.
Well, it's backwards in my head, okay?
Please swipe your card as shown on the diagram on the card reader label.
Oh my, you are terrible at this.
This
Please swipe your card as
No,
shown on
Matt, the other
diagram
way.
on the
No!
card reader label.
that way.
Please swipe your card as shown on
Did you do it the other way?
on the card
Did you do it the other way?
Here, let me see the card.
No.
No, well, let me see it. Put it. You're putting it in like this, right?
Uh-huh.
Put it in like this.
I did.
card
Do a
as
slower
shown
swipe.
on the diagram
You
on the
you
card reader
you do
label.
a slower swipe, Steve.
I will.
Your
No.
card
Could I
as
try?
shown
No,
on
you have a
the
credit card?
No, we're using your card, but I bet you I can get it to work. You have to have a feel for it. You gotta use the plastic bag.
I don't have a plastic bag.
This is a good filming day.
Oh, that's no good.
Trying to do a car wash segment. We can't pay for the car wash.
Yeah, we're bums. You have any money?
Here.
I don't have
Car
any
behind us now. Try that.
Nice. I knew if I held out, I wouldn't have to pay for this.
Yeah, that works.
He's gonna put 10 car washes on your credit card.
Wait while your transaction is being processed. Please pull forward slowly into the wash.
Oh, roll the windows up. This isn't that type of segment.
All right, we are having the premium wash because of Dan's card. So
Yeah.
that's fine. I guess I got to get a new card.
Well, you had that problem before where the magnetic strip wears out.
I know.
have to
That's
put the
that's
card-
because I was using it every single day, like 20 times a day, buying this beer.
You ever? Well, that's true. You ever notice that like I always keep my card in the card cozies? It really does. It protects the magnetic strip. The worst thing you can do is have 2 magnetic strips on the credit cards touch each other. They cross the street. I drew a floor plan of my perfect house when I was like 10 years old, and it had a McDonald's. Yeah.
So
Oh, look
cool.
at that. People at home
Multicolored.
can't see this though. Maybe they can on the side windows.
It's like bubble gum.
No, it smells like bubblegum too. Oh no, wait. Oh man, I'm getting loaded off these fumes. This is what you get with the deluxe wash. You get a complimentary hallucinogen, and they play Steppenwolf while you're in the car wash, and you're just seeing the craziest stuff. You're like, this wash is crazy.
It's like heavy metal free.
One way ticket to midnight. All right, heavy car wash. So this one, I do the back and forth on this one too.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I drive real slow. It's like jumping hyperspace. We're gonna hit those guys.
Yep.
Oh. America's favorite Whopper Jr. is at Burger King. That's what the sign says. America's favorite Whopper Jr. As opposed to who else's Whopper Jr. Dunkin' Donuts is Whopper Jr.
All right. Yes, please. pay with my YMCA card. You want to drive?
We're not gonna switch at the drive-thru window.
All right. You're driving.
Oh no, you're driving. Why don't we wait until we? You're driving. All right.
I'll enjoy my coffee. Want to drive?
All right. Thank you. Garage X. It's a TV show. It's not very good.
What? It's the best show on free television. All right, well, that wraps up the suspension install on our truck. I gotta say, I'm really impressed at how well this thing drives now. I mean, I love the way it looks, but the fact that it doesn't hammer over bumps, corner's nice. I mean, I think it handles better than than it ever did.
Yep, pretty much.
So a gigantic thank you to Mark Dunham at DJM Suspensions. We couldn't have done it without you. The installation was awesome.
Yes.
Generally very impressed with the quality of the parts that was sent to us. The only trouble we had with installation, well, there were issues with the truck, with how old and rusty the truck is. Had nothing to do with the kit itself. So now we can start working on getting the body back to where it's supposed to be, and getting the big V8 motor put in it. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.
Hey Garage X viewers, need some more Garage X? Comments, complaints, questions? Check us out on the internet. Send us an email, check out our Facebook, and definitely check out our YouTube for outtakes and other goodies.
In the throes of these forums, brightened iron and withered fumes, far below these sinful means.
Very cool.
Are you gonna do the Deluxo Tycoon wash? They should have ones like the Judge. If we owned a car wash, we'd have much better names. We'll have like the lowest level be like Why Even Bother? It's just a guy, like I'll come out with a hose and like do this. It's like $5, but like you pay at the ATM.
Or you just hire a bunch of little school kids to come out with squirt guns, but you must roll your window down.
What would you call like a baseline, like a basic one, like a decent one? Like the next, like we call it the cheapskate, yeah, or the regulator,
the cheapskate.
and then the next one would be the in between would be like the Call Me Kevin, and then the top of the line would be like we intentionally make it like a 2-hour wash, $100,
Yep.
and it would be like, oh, what would you call that?
The deluxe time waster.
Yeah.
The wool chamois dry, and what
Yeah.
they do is they just release a whole bunch of sheep that run past your truck.
Yeah.
And like out the other door, and they just wipe it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be realistic about this.
Oh, okay.
Yo, when am I gonna get my paycheck from YouTube?
Yeah, we don't get paid.
I don't get paid, or we don't get paid?
We don't get paid?
Okay.
All right.